geeks, and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather and I'm glad you're here today. I thought I would do an update video to let you know how my meatless for a month challenge is going so far. As far as planning the meals goes, I've just been doing kind of the same technique that I do when I plan for a week, only I just find ways to incorporate more meatless options for myself. Now, since I am the only one in my family that is currently doing this, you may wonder, how am I able to do this when the rest of my family is still eating meat? And a lot of times what I'll do is a couple of times a week I will do something where I give them the meatless option as well, and other times I will cook just a regular entree for them and then make a separate meatless option for myself to eat, or I will just stick to all the side dishes, and I can usually get a pretty full meal just from eating all of the sides. Breakfast is pretty easy because everybody kind of has their own thing that they eat for breakfast. And what I did over the past week for myself was, ahead of time, I made a batch of pumpkin spice and walnut muffins, and I've been eating those along with a piece of fruit, such as apricots or something like that. Lunches are easy. Again, these are things that I prep ahead of time so that I have them ready for while I'm going about my day, and all I have to do is heat something up. And it's been great because I've been able to stick to things that I really like, things that I've eaten before that are meatless that I can just incorporate into my menu rotation. This week it happened to be switching back and forth between bean and rice burritos that I've made for myself, along with a side of avocado, or making tomato soup with grilled cheese, which is something that is great in the winter with all this cold weather that we've been having. Something that's been really good and really filling and really warming, and that's something that you definitely want during the winter months. Dinner can be a little more tricky. A lot of that has been just making a regular meal for my family and either sticking to the sides or making something meatless for myself, such as of course, New Year's Day. In the South, we have a tradition where you're supposed to eat black-eyed peas on New Year's Day, and that's supposed to be, for each bean that you eat, then that is going to be a good day that you have over the course of the new year. And we all need as many good days as we can get, so of course we were chowing down on the black-eyed peas. But I did the black-eyed peas, and while the rest of my family ate fried ham and things like that along with it, I just stuck with a sweet potato and some spinach on the side, and that was plenty for me, and I got plenty of protein from the black-eyed peas. For an example of something that I made that was meatless that we all ate, there is a recipe that we've been making in my family for years called Meatless Burritos, where instead of meat, you just cut up avocados along with some onions, some tomato, a little bit of jalapeno, a little bit of spices, and you just eat that with some refried beans in a tortilla, and there you go. It is an amazing meal. We love when we're able to do that, and avocados have been so cheap lately that it's been something that's very easy to make and something that's very cost effective right now. I was also able to find a Stouffer's frozen lasagna. It's listed as a cheese lovers lasagna, and I checked. The reason that it's a cheese lovers is because they've taken out all the meat. There's no meat sauce. They just put extra cheese in it instead of the meat, and it was so good. We hadn't had lasagna in a while, and I just kind of was looking at meatless options at the store and happened to stumble across that and thought that would be great and super easy to make. So lasagna and salad, super easy meal, and it was really good, so really enjoyed that. So far, as far as implementing the meals and making sure that everybody in the family is happy and fed and that I'm still sticking to my goals, it hasn't been a problem so far. I have bought some extra like veggie burgers and veggie chicken in order to have something for myself in case something comes along where I'm not able to figure out a meatless option. Then I can just make that for myself and then make whatever for everybody else. As far as how I've been feeling on a vegetarian diet, it's kind of hard to say because things have been a little bit weird lately. Of course, my body is trying to flush out all of the bad junk that I ate over Christmas break. There's just been way too many cookies and candy and stuff in the house, and so my body's trying to adjust to the sugar crash and everything afterwards, and just my body really wanting sugar. On top of that, as you can see, still recovering from surgery, and I was doing good for a while there. I was in a lot of pain, but the rest of my body felt fine. And then it all kind of came crashing in on me one day. There was one day where I could literally feel the energy draining out of my body. And I pretty much just crashed into bed and didn't move for about 4 hours. So I don't think that had anything to do with what I'm eating or anything like that. Again, I believe a lot of this just has to do with my body kind of getting rid of sugar and trying to recover from surgery at the same time. So it's been a really difficult balancing act, on top of trying to make some adjustments in other medications that I've been taking. And also because of surgery, have been having to take out the iron supplements that I would normally take. And so trying to figure out when to bring that back in, it's just been a mess as far as vitamin supplements, medicines, and all of that. So a lack of energy, I can't really blame on my diet right now. However, it does mean that instead of running, I've been doing a lot more walking because I just have not had the energy to run. Haven't been getting outside much just because it is very cold and very windy here. Like it's around 30 or 40 degrees during the day, and that's about as warm as it gets. And then when you add the wind chill to it, it barely gets above freezing a lot of the time. And so just trying to keep all of this covered up and protected. Haven't been able to get outside much. And you know, if you've been running a while and you spend a lot of time outside and you're suddenly not able to get outside and you're not able to run, then your energy levels can just plummet. So since I've been having to deal with a whole lot of stuff, it's kind of hard to say whether the diet has played any kind of a factor in that, but we're going to take a look at it over the next week and see how things are going. So make sure that you check back in a week, because I'm going to have another update on how my Meatless for a Month challenge is going. If you found this video fun or helpful, make sure you let me know by dropping a comment down below or giving me a big thumbs up, because both of those really do help out the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the running content that I have coming out all the time. You can also follow me on social media. You can find me across most platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. All the links are down in the description. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so glad you're here, and I can't wait to see you next time. Happy running!